All right, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Check podcast, the service industry podcast where we talk about all things service industry related and whatever the hell else we feel like talking about. If you haven't had a chance yet, please go watch season 1 of my show, Beyond the Check Worker Owner Edition, now streaming on Amazon Prime and Tubi TV. Tubi TV, it's free. It's free TV, people. I have with me today someone who is not 100% in the service industry, but 100% service industry related, because we all at some point are going to need him. His name is Paulie, and he is the goddamn best handyman in the freaking world. What up, Paulie?
Hey, how are you doing, brother?
I'm
Wonderful.
good, man.
Wonderful.
Yes. Not so. Let's just get this out of the way real quick. You don't consider yourself a jack of many trades.
No, sir. No, sir. Well, whenever you're a jack of all trades is whenever you start doing, when you start it up. When you first start doing it, you do a little bit of this and some of that. But when you got to start getting years under your belt, then you become a journeyman of all trades.
Which is like the king of all trades.
Well, yeah, I don't really believe you can become a master of all trades unless you're about 83 years old. Then maybe yes, but you can always go from a jack of all trades. It's kind of insulting after you got about 25 years worth of experience in doing electrical, masonry, carpentry, plumbing, painting, and everything else that there is out there to do.
You're like, who you calling Jack, mother?
Yeah.
Who you calling Jack, man?
Well, I'm just saying, just as a general person, was pretty much a jack of all trades. You know, that guy that comes home from work after working 8 hours a day and wants to fix the sink or replace the toilet. That's the kind of guy that's a jack of all trades.
A husband. A good husband.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. A good husband. A good husband knows how to do those things.
Tackle it. Get it done.
I put a new faucet in my sink when we moved in here.
There you go.
I did. That's about all I can do. Trades, right? But I mean, there's a YouTube video for all things, so it definitely helped.
Yep. But yeah, the journeyman of all trades is when you start doing it, then you do more, then you learn to do more, and then you just basically what it is that you can pretty much take anything. And it's really not so much of just one item at a time. It's when you can do multiple things at the same time. Like, for instance, I had a customer that wanted me to put a kitchen in their house, and they pointed in the corner of the room and they said, I want a kitchen there. So I was like, okay, we'll put a kitchen there. Well, it's not like you just put cabinets in there and hook up the sink, right?
Right.
You got to run plumbing. You got to run electrical. You got to put the cabinets in. You got to do the flooring. You got to hook up the sink. You got to put the countertops and everything in and make it right. So that
you got to build the kitchen.
Right, yeah.
But within that, you have to do basically the job of 6 different people.
Exactly. And I tried wearing different hats for different things, but I end up just stacking the hats on top of each other after a while. So
nice. You gotta. Does Paulie have a company name?
I do. It's Gates Enterprise Construction Company, LLC.
Gates Enterprise Construction Company, LLC.
Yeah, and I try to stay small, stay busy. That's the theory of my life.
Idle hands, my friend. Idle hands. Idle hands end up watching really bad movies on Netflix right before they're going to be on a podcast.
That's right. That's exactly what I was doing. But before that, today I put in the screen door, and then I went and took care of some other business, and then I did some painting at my house. So, just little things like that.
Nice. Just a quick update. My HVAC had gone out, everybody, and I couldn't decide what to do, and I really wanted to go electric, but I finally called Paulie, and was like, Paulie, what the hell do I do? And Paulie told me what to do.
Exactly.
So now I'm gas. We got the new furnace. It is gas and an electric coolant. So
perfect.
For the low price of way too fucking much money.
It always is going to be money when it comes to HVAC.
and they took my old air conditioner and didn't even tell me.
Yeah, that's called junk cash. Junk cash. With that.
And I walked out in the backyard and they're gone, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, sweet. That thing's like where's my other one? Where? Where's my air? Oh, motherfuckers took my air conditioner because the air conditioner wasn't broken; it was the furnace, but I had to replace the whole thing. So I figured they'd have left me my air conditioner, but
What they did probably was took it, refurbished it, and put it on eBay, and then they sold it.
right. I feel like I should have gotten a discount if they were going to take my.
Exactly.
I still got to make that phone call. I just now remembered that I haven't done that yet. Where's my air conditioner, guys? No. I know the one you installed. Where's the one you took?
Right. Wasn't in the contract.
That thing worked just fine. It was pretty new. I think it was only like 2 years old.
Wow. Yeah, that's a compressor. What you got out there?
Yeah, like, but then what's that? You know, it was like a 1 ton, I think. What, a couple $100? You know. Yeah, I should probably make that phone call.
I would. I would definitely would do that. But they'll just bring it back and dump it off. I'm sure.
Right, be like, oh, we thought you wanted to take everything.
Usually, when I do that kind of stuff, I usually ask the customer, "What would you like me to do with this? What would you like me to do with that?"
Yeah, they might ask. They might have asked Jordan, and because we had this cage, like one of those steel, like rod cages around our air conditioner, that wasn't bolted down. It was just over top of the whole thing.
Wow.
We didn't have the key for the lock, right? So
Yeah.
it was just out there with a lock on it, and we're like, did they leave us the key when we bought the house for this thing? And they're like, I don't think so. So I was like, and I just picked it up, and it was like, oh, well, it's not even bolted down. It's just for looks.
Well, at least you got it taken care of, and really, ideally, with one thing is when you replace kind of what you already have. It's one thing. It's kind of an efficient thing to do. When you switch over to gas or keep with gas, it's actually more efficient than electricity, really.
And that's what I needed to know.
That's it, man. Hey, I would like to be a construction consultant sometime. That would be my ultimate dream. I mean, when you obtain so much information over the years and then you start getting older, which I'm 49 years old now, which people say, well, you're young. But I mean, I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was 12 years old, doing different things. And, eventually you start getting tired and you're like, well, I can really help people. In today's society, really, most people want to know what they're doing and they kind of want to do their own jobs, but they
have no idea what, and YouTube is not as helpful as we want,
It really isn't. I've watched YouTube videos just to kind of see what goes on, and and a lot of it is just a bunch of bull in the beginning. They just talk blah 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 blah, and they really don't get to the point. I actually want to start a YouTube video. It's called "Get to the Point."
Just tell me the thing I want to know.
Exactly. Get to the point.
If you do that, I will like and subscribe, but don't tell me to like and subscribe because I am not doing it.
I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe. I think it's bull too. Like and subscribe. Hey, subscribe if you want to. That's what I'm going to say. Get to the point.
See, you could take that to your TikToks, right?
Yeah.
By the way, follow Polly on TikTok, everybody.
Get to the point, man. Get to the point.
Well, you could do like little tips, little tip videos, just like boost like your consulting, but hit me up for consulting.
Well, like for painting, for instance, most people take a full bucket of paint and they'll dip a brush in, and then they take the brush and they wipe it off.
Yeah, handyman.
So you put the brush.
Oh, go ahead.
You put the brush in the paint, you pull it out, you wipe the brush off on the edge of the gallon of paint, and then you paint. Then you dip it again and you wipe it off, and you do it. And that's really not the way to do it. The best way to do that is you take an empty pot, which is another bucket of paint, or an empty pot, which you can obtain at like Sherwin-Williams or wherever it is. And they sell pots. They sell buckets, what you call them, a paint pot, basically. It's a pot. And you dump, say, a quarter amount of that paint after you mixed it. You dump a quarter amount of that paint into the bucket. And then you take your brush and you dip it in it. And what I call that is you moisturize the brush. And then after you do that, you pull the brush out. And before you pull it out, you just dump it in and you slap it on the sides of the pot inside.
To get the extra moisture out.
Yeah, what you're doing is you're taking the excess drip off is what you're doing. And you're basically pounding the paint into the brush. And then you take the brush and you put it up and you paint. And you actually can take paint and put it on a wall and leave it like for a second. say for instance, you are going to cut in a piece of trim between a wall and a piece of trim. You take that brush and you'll put it in the paint and you bring it up to the wall and you kind of just slap it on the wall. I call it, just kind of brush it on the wall. And then you have reserve up there. Then you just cut it along your edge and then reach down and take that paint like Bob Ross and you just like take your brush and you rub back
little
and forth
X's, right? Little X's, but, right?
Yeah. Well, you brush that extra paint that you put on there, and then you just keep brushing until you get it cut in nice.
Yeah, you're adding to the palette on if the wall was the palette, right? You just get the paint on there, and then you spread the paint about.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, little things like that, people just don't. I swear to God, I guarantee you, there's somebody out there who's like, I don't know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's real easy. And the best way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is to put peanut butter on both sides of the bread, put your jelly in the middle, and you won't have soggy bread by lunchtime.
Ah, good hint for the long haul.
Think about it.
I have a little secret just on the spreading part, which is if you're going to eat it right away, I suppose, jelly first, because you can wipe the knife clean of the jelly before you go into the peanut butter.
Right.
Because vice versa, you have to lick the knife, really, if you want to get all the peanut butter off before you're going into the jelly. So you want the jelly before you peanut butter.
Yes. Now, I've seen people take peanut butter and jelly and put them in a bowl and mix them together and put it on the peanut butter, on the bread.
Okay, all right. I mean, you remember the squeeze bottle? There was like peanut butter on one side and jelly on the other side?
Yeah. Yep. Which that peanut butter's nasty anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, not good. Not good. And then they had the swirl too. Like Jiffy had a swirl. There was like peanut butter and jelly in the swirl in the bottle, or
that's right.
The actual container. Because people are lazy, Paulie. People are lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to take the time to open 2 jars. Okay.
Well, they got squeezable peanut butter now, so.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't have squeeze. I am for the squeezable sour cream though.
Yes.
I really, specifically because sour cream goes bad so quickly, or it ends up with that like watery top, and then kind of molds at the top too a little,
Right.
But when it's in that squeeze bottle, it comes out of the, the plastic that is inside, so there's no air left, so it lasts longer. So.
You know what I think that is? I think that's when you get drool on your peanut or your spoon, and then you put it back in the sour cream, and I think that's what that is. I think that's digesting it. I think that's what that water is on the top. I don't know though.
The culture.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the culture.
The theories of life.
The culture on top of the sour cream.
Yeah.
What is that?
Just mix it in.
You can mix it in, or you can pour it off. Like, it's like peanut butter too. You let peanut butter sit long enough. A good peanut butter, real peanut butter. Then it becomes oil and just like
right.
Kids today I don't think they've ever seen that.
No, I don't think so.
Like, I think the peanut butter's bad. It's all oily.
It's all oily. I don't want it. Oh my God.
No, you got to mix it together. No, that's gross. I'm not going to eat that.
Yeah, make me a peanut butter sandwich. I'm going to play on my phone.
I want real peanut butter.
My nuts must be natural.
The kind that doesn't turn to oil on it.
Yeah. Even though they don't realize that peanut butter's got natural oil in it, right? Hence the word peanut oil.
Versus the actual, it says peanut spread. It doesn't even say peanut butter, it just says peanut spread. Which is funny because you can buy chunky peanut spread. So it's like, okay, so these are peanuts, but what's it in?
Exactly.
Because
oil. Peanut flavored oil.
Maybe it's the additive. Maybe it's whatever they add to the peanut butter to keep it from breaking apart. Now it's a spread.
Eartha bait, right?
I don't know. I'm not a peanut butter guy. I mean, I love peanut butter.
So you never guess what I'm doing right now. I'm sitting in my den, and I got a den because I got a big house. My wife gave me this room. She said, you can have this room, and it's my den. So I'm sitting here smoking my grandfather's pipe, which is about 75 years old.
Oh.
I got me a big can of Captain Black pipe tobacco, and I sit here with my legs up on my desk, and I smoke my pipe. Isn't that relaxing?
That is badass. You should send me a picture of that.
Pretty comfortable, man. Pretty comfortable.
I will post that right here if you send me a picture.
Well, you think about it. People like us, we get older as we get older. Of course, I don't know how old you are really, but when you get older, you start coming up with a routine. You get up in the
Oh,
morning and you get your coffee, and then you take your dump and you do your old thing. And your left leg goes in the pants first, or your left sock or your right sock goes on first.
my left always goes on first, and then I have to get Jordan to put my right one on.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's
There
real.
you go.
Because I reach my right foot still.
Mm.
Because I got the hip replacement on the left side, but I still need the right side. So finally, I
Yeah.
can like they even asked me. I did like an interview on like the
Mm.
news. They came to like because it was with Operation Walk recipients. So it's like a charity thing. And so
Yeah.
they came to interview us, and they're like, "What is the one thing you're looking forward to after surgery of being able to do?" And I was like, "Putting on my socks."
Yeah. There you go. And you're like, what?
Like what? I'm like, no, seriously. Like it is the most annoying thing to not like. I will not take a shower just because I have to change my socks.
Yeah.
Didn't want
Yeah.
to have
There
to
you
do
go.
it because it
That's gotta
was.
suck.
Oh yeah, it was the worst. And your feet smell. Well, I need you to change.
Yeah. There you
I can't reach it. Okay.
go. The routines of life, isn't it amazing?
Uh, eh.
But
Also,
yeah, I'm glad you're able to get your furnace and everything taken care of. That's good, man. You probably saved a lot more money than you really know. I mean, first of all, you just went with the same thing, and the gas is good. But then you didn't have to change out your panel box, which it can be done. But ideally, there's a lot of splicing and stuff if you don't have enough wires and stuff in there. So you got to
uh,
do that. You got to pick a bigger panel box in, and then you got to put a bigger wire in
well,
because
I
the
just
wire.
figured if I was upgrading, I might as well upgrade everything because
Yeah.
it's all a little shoddy.
It is amazing. I go to jobs sometimes, and people if they can't wait for me. They don't come on. And I'm not saying I'm like the master of all that stuff. Really, it's not it. What it is when I do work on my own house. When I do work for other people, I do it as if I was doing it for myself. Do I want this deck to lean? Do I want this deck to fall off in 5 years? No, I don't. I want it to last my life because I don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? So when
So
you do something for somebody, you really got to think about if I was doing it for myself, is this how I want it to be? And
I do
really,
I do that Subway.
yeah.
Is that how I would
Subway.
make that sandwich? I
Yeah.
think I would have it a little more evened out. Maybe the ham shouldn't be doubled up right there.
Right, exactly. Nice and even, nice and consistent.
I want every bite to be the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think about that when I'm making a sandwich.
There you
Like,
go.
if I worked at Subway, would I care? Would I be like, "Fuck you," cause I'm gonna slap the meat on, or would I make it
Mm-hmm.
like I make it for myself? Like so, every bite is literally pretty much exactly the same proportion.
There you go. There you go. It's funny.
I don't know if I would because I don't like people that much, but
Yeah.
if I liked them, I probably would be like, all right.
Is that what it is?
I
Is that
think
what
so.
it is?
Like if you're a
Well,
friendly, yeah, that'd be
you
my
really got to.
instead of spitting
Huh?
in your sandwich, I'm like you get double turkey on one side and hardly any on the other.
There you go. Throw a little jalapeno in there. Just don't tell them about it, right?
Oops, I thought it was a green pepper. My bad.
That's right. Funny. My bad. Just bring it back.
It
I
was
drove
green,
30
man.
minutes. Yeah.
Easy mistake, bud.
My bad. Bring it back. I'll change it for you.
You're gonna be all right.
Man, that's funny. So what else you got going on today?
Oh, I was location scouting earlier, trying to find some stuff for these people. So
Yeah.
I drove out to Tybee and back from Tybee, and I hate
I
Tybee.
cannot wait till your second episode comes out, man.
You're gonna be on. You're episode 6.
Mm-hmm. Your next season, I mean, not an episode, but
I knew
next
what you
season
meant.
comes out.
He meant next
Yeah.
season.
Oh, somebody knows what I mean. Sometimes I don't know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. I watched the first season already. It's been great, man. I'm just like waiting. I'm like, come on.
Season 2 is so much better. I mean, not that season 1 was. I mean, technically it's better.
Yeah.
Content wise, season 1 is still quality, but we just upped our game a little bit.
Well, after watching what you have done on the one episode, I mean, the one episode that you did for the one I was involved in, that I didn't realize how much how much goes into it. There's so many bits and pieces and then you got to kind of put it all together to make something out of it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's like
you
a
think
puzzle.
you just film it a whole thing and then that's it, you're done. But it's really not
Nah,
that way it works.
nah. You should see a feature film being made. It's nuts. It
Oh, I
don't
can
even make
imagine.
it doesn't. It's all on paper. Movies are really made on paper
Yeah.
before you even walk onto set. Like everything is
Wow.
organized to the T to like, because you can't waste time. Like that shit is expensive. Unions are not cheap.
Yeah.
So
I still want to be a movie star sometime. I think I like comedian stuff is fun, you know.
you should go
Of
do
course, you
some
know
stand
that.
up, Polly.
I'm not Jewish. Don't you have to be Jewish to be stand up? That's what I always heard. You got to be Jewish.
No, you can just pretend to be.
Oh, is that what it is?
I
Okay.
don't.
Shalom,
I
everybody.
mean, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to join. So like,
There's no prejudice against that.
no, you can. There's a word for it. What is the word? You can not assimilate, but basically, um, that word. Yeah, someone Google that.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm man of many voices, right? I
Yeah, Polly can do lots of voices.
love it, love it.
A voice
I
act
liked how did you didn't get to record the sum up of the whole meal though, did you?
of when
You remember when you did the restaurant with the whole, hey
when
Paulie, what do you think? And I did the summed up the whole thing based on the information that I obtained according to the food that was presented. You remember that part? It was at the end.
I just edited it. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I don't think you got that on there. I really don't think it was on there because I was off the
Do it.
side.
Okay, then probably not. No, everything in the car I got though.
Yeah, it was so funny. Then we had the fire alarms going off. That was kind of cool.
I got that on tape. I saw that. Man,
Everybody's freaking out. I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
the
hey,
look on Pepe's face is just pure hatred,
yeah.
pure
It
anger
was,
and hatred. Like, how dare you interrupt this, Steve? Because he was all smiley. We're about to like cheers or something like that, and like the fire
yeah.
alarm. No, he was about to tell a joke. That's why he was so pissed. He was like,
Yeah.
you ever heard this one about the something? And I'm like, huh? And he's like, okay, so blah, blah, blah. Nah, nah, nah. And he was
Yeah.
just
He
so
looks at me. I
mad.
said, hey, I'll take care of it. I got you. I got you. I'll take care of it, huh? And I know what to do.
I don't, when we came back, he never finished the joke either. So,
Yeah, everybody was in the back freaking out. What's going on? Oh my God. I'm like, forget it. Hey, there ain't no fire. Forget about it. You know,
all right.
forget about it. That was a
You,
good time. We had a good day, though. I'm telling you, I'm really enjoyed it.
that was a fun time. You do a good Aussie too.
Mhm.
I was gonna, I was gonna see if you wanted to improv something. I haven't figured out what to improv. We need
You'll
to.
figure it out.
We
You'll figure it
need.
out.
Well, okay. So first we need a place. So grandma's house.
Hmm.
All right, grandma's house.
Yeah.
And then we need characters, I guess. So I'll pick for you. You pick for me. How about that?
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Whatever you need.
what do I want you to be?
I can be.
You're an Australian jewelry salesman.
Australia's. Oh my God! You got to get this necklace. It is so beautiful.
No, that's India.
It sparkles. It is so sparkly. All would be very
Australia.
pleased.
No, you gotta throw the diamonds on the Barbie here.
Yeah, all the you want to do the Australian? I'll
Yeah,
throw out the
you're an
Hindu. I'm sorry.
Australian. Stay with me here.
Yeah,
You're an
yeah, you got to get me,
Australian
man.
jewelry dealer.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's your character. Now you give me a character.
All right, you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I got it. All right. So the gold was digging from way down in the ground, and we were able to.
Well, hold on. Now you haven't gave me a character yet.
Oh, you need a character? Okay.
Yeah, I need a
I don't know
character.
what you do, man. I don't know all your characters.
I don't have any. No, not even
Oh,
the character. You can just give me a profession, right? So
okay. We'll
you're an
get you the rich.
Australian jewelry salesman.
Okay, and you can be the rich man that walked in the door that wants to buy lots of stuff.
All right.
There
Texan. Let me see if I can do Texan. Is it
you
Texan?
go.
All
A
right.
Texan.
I will be a Texan, a Texas, A Texas.
Oh,
What do I want?
the
I don't know.
the oil guy.
Do I
The
want a bit
oil
oil?
guy.
I don't want. I would see. I want to think. I want something a little weirder. Like
You want something
what would a
weird?
Texan not sell? Like
Oh,
or
okay.
like not do? Like I'm like
That would be the what do you call those animals?
No,
Hold
fuck it,
on.
fuck it. I got it.
The
I'm a Texas peanut accurer. I accure
peanuts.
I accure peanuts for the sale across the great state of Texas.
I thought you were an ostrich wrangler.
Or an ostrich, a Texan ostrich. Right? I decided them
Yeah,
cows. The cows was
you got
good.
herds of
I
ostriches.
got the cows would just have too much methane. So
Yeah.
I switched over to ostrich. It's actually going well. San Francisco is one of my largest.
There you go. There you go, mate. You got it, mate.
All right, so a Texas fucking ostrich farmer and
Selling it to an Australian.
and an Australian jeweler walk into a bar.
Yeah. You'll be like, hello, mate. You like to buy a watch? It's got diamonds all over it.
Well, sir, I got to tell you, I'm not really into watches. I'm kind of into ostriches.
You're not into it. All right, mate. How about this piece of gold? I got it. And we're going to take it and turn it into a nice, bright, shiny ring. Would you like that?
I mean, that is a fine piece of gold you got. God damn it, I'm going to start talking Australian. Now, sir, I mean, I do love me some gold, but I understand that, I understand you guys are really into shrimp.
All right, mate. I got a real good view for you right here. All right. So you got ostriches. Do they need dentures? Because if they do, I can make a set of dentures out of gold.
Well, holy shit, I never thought of putting dentures on my ostriches.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they do piss me off and I knock their teeth out. So
that way, when you can count them when they smile. Oh, there's a shiny tooth right there. There's a shiny tooth right there.
Question though, since you're from the great state of Australia, or country of Australia, there down under, you ever think of switching from shrimp to maybe throwing some ostrich on a Barbie?
Ostrich on the Barbie.
Yeah, a little ostrich on the Barbie. I'm thinking it's the next
I
big
look
thing.
at it, if I'm born and bred in Australia, it don't matter what it is. I like to eat it. It don't matter what it is. You throw it on the Barbie anyway. Think about it, right?
Fantastic.
I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere and you got something to eat. You just find it, you eat it, right?
Well, I've never actually been to Australia, but it's kind of what happened when I was drunk and left in the fucking desert of Texas.
There you go, right?
By the way, I divorced that bitch, and
oh my God.
She actually left me after she left me in the desert of Texas, but it's
because you didn't have enough ostriches.
But no, that's actually how I discovered. I was just wondering, and I stumbled upon an ostrich weirdly that had escaped from a circus, and I was like, and I killed it and ate it, and I was like, this is delicious. I started an ostrich farm.
Yeah, like an ostrich.
That's how it happened
On the Barbie, hey?
Yeah. You think you've had a turkey leg? Have you tried an ostrich leg?
Could you imagine how big they were? Oh my God.
Amazing.
It probably tastes like chicken though, right?
Dinner for 6. And yes, tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. Yeah, well, the way I look at it is put a little bit of spaghetti sauce on it and you're good to go.
Yeah, a little butter. Just butter.
A little butter.
Yeah, just dip it in butter.
Smoke it.
Smoke it and dip it in butter.
I tried smoking shrooms one time, but I couldn't keep the pizza lit.
I
know, right? That's Larry the Cable Guy stuff. That I just took it from him. I'm sorry.
Why is the pizza round if the box is square, man?
I know, right? No, ain't no sense.
Well, it's hard to fold a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Domino's is close though. They got that weird little hexagon-y thing going.
Yeah, but they use all that corn stuff. I don't think it might be. I don't understand that. That cornmeal. They throw cornmeal down, then they throw their dough on top of it. They mash it around.
Yeah, they do that.
That's a southern thing. They mash. Mash is a southern term.
Like a still mash.
Yeah, you take it, you mash it down, you mash it down flat, and then you cook it.
And then you poke it?
You cook it, you mash it.
Mash it and cook
it. Yeah.
Oh, I mashed some things up north. Mashed it with
up north.
Potato.
I love it because I'm so diverse because I'm from Pennsylvania. Then I moved to the South, and then I'm talking about, everybody's like, oh, it's a bicycle. I'm like, oh, you mean a pedal bike? You know what I mean?
No, it's
Or is it a crick or a creek? I call it a crick. You know,
it's a creek.
it's a crick
It's a
or a
creek.
radiator
A
or a
creek.
radiator.
I don't think they have creeks down here. They're like streams.
Yeah, that's silly.
There's no cricks.
And there's no cricks.
You would
Cricks
think
were.
you'd think so, but I think it's more West Virginia, right?
That is true. That is true. I think the faster it flows, it becomes a crick instead of a creek. You know what I mean?
We have inlets and swamps, right? So we have like all these little like streams, right? Because they're not really creeks. Creeks are like those like small running, like you can step over them or jump over them, you know,
and drink water out of
and
them.
drink water out of them, right? That's,
Without getting a mosquito infection.
Yeah, it's generally clear water.
Yeah, you get bit in the nose by a crawfish.
That's not down here. There's just you don't have that down here.
Somebody's sewage is running in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, all the water comes from below and up, right? As opposed to like in the north, it trickles down from above,
right?
From snow and runoff and filters through the mountains and
filters through the limestone.
Here it's got to run in and filter through the sand and the soil before you can drill a well to pull up what used to be potentially ocean water.
Yeah, right. That is true. Yeah, that's true. It filters through the limestone, rather than filtering through the sandstone.
No. All the sediment, just through the sediment.
Sedimentation.
Yeah, I missed that. We had when I was a kid, we lived on a farm. Oh, well, it wasn't a farm anymore, but it had been a farm at one time. And we had spring water, and that literally was piped from the spring back up in the hills and came all the way down to our house, and that's what we drank.
Yeah.
Straight out the tap, spring water.
That's right. We had the same thing, man. We had a spring house, and the spring come out the side of the hill, and they'd put it into a bathtub, and then the cows would drink out of it. I mean, it was the way to go.
It was good water. People used to drive past our house up to the spring to like fill up, their gallons, jugs.
Yeah. And they didn't even have to get, what do you call them? Heartworm shots, right?
Do people need heartworm shots?
Cows do, I'm sure. Cows and all that stuff in the South is all heartworm related.
I mean, I drank out of a spring, like just a running spring in the mountains not that long ago.
Yeah. What do they call that? Fountain of Youth?
Yeah, the key is just always being higher than farms, right? Like
yes.
So as long as you're above agriculture, you're gonna have less chemicals in your water.
That's true, and they'll keep you from getting mosquito poop.
And mosquito poop because it doesn't just sit; it's flowing through the ground.
Fermentation down here we call that white lightning fermentation.
So
white lightning.
If you really need it, you just go to the Murky's mosquito pond.
Yeah, I watched Naked and Afraid, man. I really get into that. I got into that show a lot when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it when it first.
I was so proactive. I would just get naked and just sit there and watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm like totally all in, man. I'm all in. My wife looked at me and says, "What the hell are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting into the movie. Shut up."
Except you're sitting there eating Doritos and drinking soda.
Eating soda. Or what do we call it up north? We're drinking pop.
Soda pop.
Yeah, pop.
Let me get a soda pop.
I'm getting ready to pack my pipe and get ready to put some more Captain Black in there.
Captain Black.
I didn't know you can't buy this stuff anymore. You used to be able to go to gas stations everywhere. What are you doing? Is
sneezed.
Pollen getting to you or what?
I don't know. Just sneezing.
Yes, you've been pollinated. Oh man.
Been in here a while.
It's been a good day.
Not too shabby.
Nice, beautiful. Oh, tomorrow will be 35 below zero.
Shut the what?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. So like,
I know, right?
I mean, we just had the 2 coldest days of the year. So
it was terrible.
Hopefully, the 2 coldest. It snows in July.
I had to wear blue jeans. You believe that?
Travesty.
I just can't wait till your show starts taking off, man. It's just gonna be like episode and then season 10. It's gonna be so awesome.
All right, I think we're gonna go to Texas or Baltimore
Yeah,
for season 3. I'm thinking Texas. I got some people in Austin and some people in Dallas. So I hit up 3 places in Austin, 3 places in Dallas.
cool. Are you gonna take me with you?
Yeah, come on.
Man, that'd be fun. I can kind of be behind. I want to be the guy that clicks the sign that says "Take 1, take 2, take 3."
Only if you do it in a different accent every time.
Whatever. Whatever. Hey, we're gonna take 1, and this is gonna be the final one. Capiche?
Clark.
One time, no more. I'm not gonna give you a second chance.
Oh man. Unless you're gonna do this whole meal over again, we pretty much just roll through it.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty amazing, though. That's pretty awesome, man. That's an awesome show. I think you need to put in some haunted stuff, like the chef that owns a restaurant that cooks his own, but yet his restaurant is haunted at the same time.
I'm doing that.
Are you?
Yeah, it's called Dining with the Dead.
Dining with the Dead. That is awesome, man.
Yeah. P.S. Do you know any haunted restaurants? Because I'm looking for them.
No, I don't know any. No, I don't. But if I did, man, I would tell you for sure.
Touche. Well, if you find any, let me know. Because no, for real, Dining with the Dead. We're gonna go to haunted restaurants and have them make a meal that could have potentially been the last meal that the ghost would have had.
Hello, that's gonna be awesome.
And then my buddy Josh is gonna do some ghost hunting while I'm in the kitchen with the chef. And then we're gonna sit down in the haunted area and taunt the ghost with the meal.
You need to find the restaurant that Al Capone ate at the day before he disappeared.
Al Capone didn't disappear.
No? Where's he at?
He died in jail.
Okay.
You mean
so
Hoffa?
what was his last?
You mean Hoffa?
Thanks, man. See, that's why I don't do. That's what I do. What I do. You do what you do, right? I'm not a historian.
Hoffa probably got incinerated.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a good Hoffa related show out on Netflix I watched not too long ago that actually has Jimmy in it. Not the real Jimmy. Obviously not the real Jimmy Hoffa because they still can't.
Not the real Jimmy. They brought him back just for that.
Yeah. But they allude to what could have really happened to Hoffa. Yeah, he ain't his body gone.
Cool.
Probably eaten by pigs.
So what do you think about me making up my own graveyard on my property? Do you think that'd be kind of cool?
Who you burying?
We're talking about dead stuff, right? Huh?
Yeah, who you burying?
Well, I got my dad's ashes, and he got a little tombstone. Then they bored a hole in the middle, then he put his ashes in. And I was thinking, why not just dig a hole with a post hole digger and put his ashes in there, and then put the tombstone in there, and then I got my own graveyard start.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything illegal about burying the ashes in your yard.
I don't think so either. From what I understand is when you sell your property, which I'm not.
You're going to need to take it. Yeah.
Yeah, you either take it or they sign an agreement that accept it to leave it there. Right. I think it's kind of cool.
But I mean, if you just buried an urn, you might as well move it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat though.
Yeah, I want to be buried in a tree. They got the new tree pod thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want a tree pod, which is a great idea. Like a forest, instead of you waste all this land for a cemetery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I don't know how cemeteries stay in business. These people are dead. They're not paying you. Like, who the fuck is paying you? Like, their families probably aren't around, don't even know where they are, like, don't care either. Like, they've been dead for 100 years. How are you keeping making money on this site? Like, eventually you just have to move them and, like, start over. Like, I bet that happens.
I think really what it is, after really with a graveyard, is kind of probably tax exempt, I'm sure. I don't know. But, I mean, all you really got to do is mow the grass, right?
I was thinking there has to be some sort of government subsidy.
I mean, you mow the grass. That's all you really do. You mow around the stones. Everybody else comes out and takes care of it. If they don't take care of it, the heck with it. You just let it fall over. I mean,
Right, but like that's
really?
plot of you only have so much land. So once the cemetery is full, how in like 100 years when these people's families don't even know anymore, like how is this place gonna stay in business? It's a business, so it just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's true.
But
I don't know.
On the other hand, being in a pod, right, in a tree, and then they put like a little plaque on the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you just go walk through a forest. So you just reclaim like a shitty part of an area that isn't good for anything other than being a nice walking trail.
Right.
And then
it's a good idea.
Cemetery is a walking trail.
It's a good idea. Or you could dump you in a septic tank, and then when they pump it out, they just run it out there and spread it in the field, and you can like grow plants all over the place with it.
I mean, obviously, I think you just be thrown in the ground and forgot about.
Yeah.
Like no embalming, no nothing. Forensics doesn't like that very much, but
that's just over. Yeah, I understand that.
But otherwise, I guess cremate me if you can't just let the worms eat me.
Yeah.
But,
or we could just feed you to the pigs.
I mean, that's even better. Like, well, as long as I go to use, I'd rather go to use than just be ashes. Is my point. Like, that's all I'm saying.
This ham reminds me of someone. This ham reminds me of someone. I can't put my finger on it, but it reminds me of someone.
This little piggy tastes like a Ray Ray.
Yeah. Does this bacon taste a little fishy to you?
It tastes a little Susan to you?
Yes, Susan to you. A little bitter. Must be a wild one.
On that note, guess what? That was 45 minutes. It just flew by.
We're all done already?
Yeah.
We had so much fun, brother. I'll tell you what. It's been a good time.
Well, thanks for fucking hanging out, man.
Oh, man, it's my pleasure. I haven't talked to you in forever.
That's good times.
Thanks for calling me.
Yeah, thanks for answering.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
So, one more time. You got to follow Paulie at what's your TikTok handle?
I really don't even know, to tell you the truth.
God, if I have to look it up. I say it in the show.
It's something Gates 46 or something. Gates 46 something. I got a little Australian on there. A little bit of some of this, some of that.
That's cute. You should do just like home tips for dummies or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a thing called "Get to the Point."
Yeah, get to the point. Fucking
Get to the point.
Your journeyman tips.
If you don't turn the receptacle off, you could shock yourself.
Tips from the journeyman.
Yeah, that's right. Tips
from the journeyman. Hell yeah, journeyman. All right. Yeah, if y'all need a handyman, y'all call Gates. What?
Gates Enterprise Construction Company.
There
LLC.
you go. There you go. Get this journeyman.
One man. I'm just one man. The guy that you talk to does your work. That's it.
That's
Ain't
right.
nobody else.
The number one journeyman. Ladies and gentlemen, Paulie.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, don't forget to go watch season 1 of Beyond the Check now streaming on Amazon Prime and Tubi TV. Tubi TV, it's free, and season 2 of Beyond the Check will be out this summer. And cheers, Paulie. Rock and roll.
Yeah, but take care.
Later, man.
Later.
Peace.